Waf.
Hey, Kate Flanagan, what are we doing today?
So today we're going to continue to talk about data visualization.
Which data visualization are we going to nerd out with today?
We're actually going to look at another type of data visualization that's really good for numeric data. And this is one of my favorite visualizations because just looking at it, you can see a ton of different information. And this visualization is called a box plot.
Oh, I love these box plots.
Yes, we love box plots. They can either be horizontal or vertical. So if we look at a box plot, we sometimes see them with the box being vertical, like this. They're also called box and whisker plots, so they usually have whiskers coming out of them, or we could see it being horizontal like this. And we're going to talk about what all these parts of a box plot mean and how we can just look at it right away and know exactly what percentile of data goes where. So with the box plot in general, I'm going to use this horizontal one to describe what each of the parts is. And the box always tells us three things. So this first line is going to be something called Q1. The second line is going to be something called Q2. And the third line is going to be something called Q3.
And by the lines, you mean the edges of the box?
The edges of the box, exactly. So like this is Q1, this is Q2, this is Q3. And the Q stands for quartile. So Q1 is known as the first quartile. And Wade, what does quartile mean?
So I think it's 25% of your data, a quarter of the data?
Yeah, exactly. So the first quartile, or Q1, is just the 25th percentile. So that means at that point on the box plot, 25% of the data is below that, or to the left. So the first quartile is the same thing as the 25th percentile. And then likewise, Q2 and Q3 are similar. Q2 is the second quartile. The second quartile is the 50th percentile. So the 50th percentile we have seen before, right? We know that this is also a very common statistic that is used to measure center.
Is that the median?
That is the median. So the second quartile, Q2, is also known as our good friend, the median. And that's the point in the data set where there is half the data below that point and half the data above. And then the third quartile, Q3, the third quartile is the 75th percentile. So that's the point in the data where 75% of the data is below. So anytime we see a box plot, the box shows us Q1, Q2, and Q3 right off the bat. And then I said these are also called box and whisker plots because they have whiskers that extend on either direction. If the box plot just looks like this and there's only the box and whiskers, then this is going to be our minimum value and this is going to be our maximum value. That is a simple box plot, but one really, really important thing that box plots show is if your data set has outliers. So with box plots, outliers are plotted as single dots. So I'm going to go ahead and draw another box plot that has outliers. So up here we have a box plot with no outliers. But let's just say I had a box plot that looked like this. And then we had two outliers, two dots right there. So both of these would be considered high outliers. And we're going to look at exactly how we can calculate those mathematically. But there's a way to figure out what's an outlier and what's not. And then this is still going to be our minimum value. The box is still going to be Q1, Q2, and Q3. And then the only difference is that this end of the whisker, instead of being our maximum value, because now our maximum value is this high outlier, this is the highest non-outlier data point. So the nice thing about these box plots is that they're really good for data that's skewed and has outliers. Sometimes with a histogram, it's hard to tell exactly what an outlier is, but with a box plot, you can see it exactly with the dots. And wait, I think you have a box plot of this same data that we had been looking at, the probability word survey, specifically for the word we believe. What do students assign the word we believe to as a probability from 0 to 100%?
Yeah, and this is a vertical box plot because I'm hoping to understand this a little bit more and seeing where Q1,
perfect.
Q2, and Q3 follows on this.
Yeah, so we have this vertical box plot right here, and I'm going to highlight this. Actually, I'm going to highlight it in red just so we can see exactly what we have going on. We have our whisker that goes up to 100%, and that's going to be our maximum value because I don't see any dots above that. So this box plot has no high outliers, which is okay. Sometimes we have high outliers, sometimes we have low outliers, sometimes we have both, and sometimes we have neither. And then here is my box, just like we saw with the horizontal box plot. These 3 lines in the box are going to represent Q1, Q2, and Q3. So basically what that means is right at Q3, 75% of the data is below 80. So 75% of students answered below 80% for what they assigned a probability to for we believe. And then it looks like we have our bottom whisker, but we do have low outliers. So we have 3 low outliers, one at 40, one just above 20, and then one either at 0, or I think we said it might be 0.1, it's slightly above 0. So here, these 3 dots are low outliers. And then the end of this whisker is going to be, just like we said over here, we said this whisker because there's high outliers, it's the highest non-outlier data point. This is going to be the lowest non-outlier data point.
And then I've heard this term. Is there a term for the box itself, like the entire width of Q1, Q2, and Q3, Karle?
Ooh, yes. So there's another measure of spread that box plots show really well. So just from looking at a box plot, it's kind of hard to tell what the standard deviation is. We can look at the range pretty well because we can see the maximum and the minimum value, but a lot of times people want to look at the middle 50% of the data, so like this whole part of the box. And that statistic we often call the interquartile range, which is abbreviated as IQR, and that measures kind of the thickness of the box. We just take Q3 minus Q1. So it's the middle 50% of the data is the 75th percentile minus the 25th percentile, and that's something that's really easy to see on a box plot as well. And we actually use the IQR to determine which points are outliers. And the nice thing about having Python is that we can actually create a box plot in Python in just 1 line of code, just like how we can do with a histogram and a bar chart.
Nice, and that's box plots.